All right, welcome to another special episode of the Beer and the Bullshit Show. I am the host, Chris Bennett, and I've got Mr. Sam Adams himself, Scott White,
Hello, 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 hello.
and we should have a couple other people coming on back on soon here too. Um, so Scott, since you teased me about it earlier, what the fuck are you drinking, man?
Oh, what am I drinking? What am I drinking, man? It's the holiday season. It's cold outside. There's snow on the ground at certain places. Some places can't get enough, out of their city. But tonight I am drinking Sam Adams Merrymaker, the gingerbread stout. Man, this is, if you guys haven't had it yet, don't pass it up. This gingerbread stout is wonderful, coming in at 9.0 alcohol by volume, and it tastes like a liquid gingerbread cookie.
Sweet.
But as a better question, since we're just two, friends hanging out, what are you drinking, my friend?
Well, I just got finished with, of course, the Sam Adams uh Christmas, Christmas, White Christmas,
Hats off to you for
and
that.
I think I'll reach in the fridge, okay, and grab something.
What are you grabbing?
I'm grabbing. Actually, I found a Boulevard has their 12-pack sampler, and the first one that they had, they featured a ginger beer and an ESB.
Very nice.
The ginger beer was pretty good. Um, Now they have a new 12-pack, okay, which is featuring the oatmeal stout, which I think I had last week. All right,
Nice.
on the show, and they have another one called the Mid Coast IPA.
Mid Coast IPA.
It's their version of like um a West Coast IPA, but it's like with like a mid coast kind of the Midwest kind of style to it,
My, my,
and
my
it's
big
got
question for you is when they say mid coast, are they actually using any kind of mid coast hops or mid coast malts?
well, they really don't explain it. All it says at 104 IBUs, the
Ooh.
hoppiest thing we've ever brewed. Pretty nervy for a bunch of Midwesterners.
Okay, well, like you said, I mean, this could be just their take at a West Coast hop style forward beer, because of the fact that they're from the Midwest. At 104 IBUs, I mean, it sounds phenomenal.
So, pouring it right now. It's
Whoa, nice head. There you go. Nice color.
so
I mean,
it's
just from the camera look, when you held it up to the camera, it looks very light.
it is.
So
It's
just
it's
off
not your
that, I mean, my take from it is that they don't use a lot of caramel malts. They don't use a lot of carafa. Um, on this side, it's rather dark. I mean, it was darker yet, so it looked like it was like little bit of caramel malt, mostly like the two row pale malt. almost like Pilsner malt styles, to just to get more of a hoppy bitterness out of it.
So, yep, that's what it looks like. It's not.
Very nice.
It's not your. It's doesn't have. It's not as um darker, like an orangey darker color like a lot of your typical IPAs.
Right.
But it's, I mean, of the same style. So
Now, my big question for you, is it as hoppy as it sounds?
oh yeah, it's got
Nice.
it's got a very hoppy back taste to it.
Nice.
Um, almost like drinking. I don't know if you've ever had it. The Lagunitas Hop Stupid.
Yes.
It's almost like that. It's almost bitter like that. And I know the
Nice.
Hop Stupid is like 102 IBUs.
Yep.
So it's got that. It's got a very bitter back taste to it, but it goes down just smooth and delicious.
What's the ABV on the beer?
Let me check. I'm surprised I can't find it.
Oh, some bottles are sneaky like that. They won't list it. I had a Southern Tier 2 Xmas, and I could not for the life of me find a alcohol by volume on the bottle.
There is no alcohol by volume on here,
And well,
which is kind
hold
of
on.
shocking. Which is kind of shocking because most of the time, Boulevard does put it on here.
And this is what beer again?
The Mid Coast IPA.
Now, naturally, I don't do this, but I don't go primarily by Beer Advocate or Rate Beer or anything like that. But it gets very high marks. It's considered to be very good, and it's only coming in at 5.6% alcohol by volume.
5.6. It
Yeah.
tastes like it tastes like it's about almost a 6.0 beer. It really does.
Okay.
So, I mean, like Dave would say, beer like this, you got to be very careful
Right, because I
sometimes
mean,
with
if you
these.
drink more than
Yeah.
a couple of those, I mean, they're gonna go down so easy. You're just gonna toss them back, and you're gonna stand up, and you're gonna be like, whoa.
That's how the hop stupid is. I mean, I could have a 22 bomber or that, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Even though I could have maybe 2 or 3 of those puppies in a night, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's enough.
Right. I mean, if you're
And,
out in
and the
public, I mean,
hot,
even for me, I mean, I could be sitting here drinking this. I mean, this is coming in at a whopping 9%, and I've already, since we've been talking this evening, I'm pretty much almost done with one bottle, and it's like it feels like nothing to me because I've been seeking this out. You know, personally, I've been like looking for this the whole month, and when I
Right.
finally find it, it's just like it's like it melts in your mouth when it's like that one thing that you want so bad, and once you get it, it's like, oh God, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be whipping out another IPA that I've had one bottle of, and I was just like, man, I wish that I had just gotten a 6-pack of it. Uh, and I'll whip out a bottle a little later. Um,
Right.
and um, and yeah, but that Merrymaker is like that's a beer that you're like, okay, I've had all the other beers that I wanted for the day, for the night. The Merrymaker is like your finisher for like the night.
Right.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
and to
It's
be
like a
honest with
dessert
you,
beer. It's
right.
like a dessert beer.
Oh, it is. I mean, I tell people all the time. I mean, I was even in the store when I was buying it. I mean, I was at a small store downtown Warren, Ohio. It's called Michael Charles Premier Wine and Beverages, and they do a what's called a Wine Down Wednesdays. And when they do that, they just host a big wine party, which they're primarily known for. And when I went in there, I was looking for this beer. I've been looking for it all week, the week before that. Nobody had it. Well, I went in today. I was like, you had told me that your store had got it in yesterday, your distribution company. And I was like, oh, God, we got to get it before Thanksgiving then because I really want this for Thanksgiving. So I went in there hoping, and I was looking on their shelves, didn't see it. Well, I stopped and I looked down at they have this row of nothing but like Christmas beers in the middle of the floor. And I looked down and there was a case of this and like 8 bottles sitting on top of it. I was like, I called the wife and I'm sitting bottles inside. I was like, hey, can we afford a case? She was like, oh, okay. I'm like, score, take it up to the counter. I paid for it. And the owner was like, so that's the reason why I've seen you in here all week. I was like, yeah, this is the reason. So it's just like I'm a kid in a candy store watching for that one candy that comes out throughout the year that you just really want. Boom, there's my candy.
Yeah, all right. Hey guys, this is Garrett speaking to you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Welcome back. I can hear you just fine.
Oh,
We can
thank
hear you just
God
fine.
the microphone works. Still having issues with my webcam, so I just wanted to hop back in and let you guys know I'm going to continue dicking around with it.
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
Well, now I'm driven. Now I'm determined. Why doesn't my webcam work?
I've been there, especially with the technology, man. I feel you.
So I'm just going to install all the. I'm going to uninstall all the stuff and then reinstall all the stuff. So I'll be dropping in and out here, guys. But consider me here for some one-liners. And I believe, Chris, we've got a couple of people. It looks like that are trying to join. I think like Jim Goebel is trying to join, if I'm saying his name right. Goebel. And
Okay.
so when I say a couple, I mean one.
Oh,
Hey, you never
join
know.
the. Are you saying join the our Facebook group?
No, I think he's trying to get in on the show. He was saying something on the Google Plus notifications. So. I just wanted to bring that up because I feel like I'm lacking at this moment. I was really excited about joining the show tonight, but it's not as much fun if you guys can't see me. You know, I don't think many
Well,
people
especially
care.
since you've been gone for so long. We've missed you at the show.
I know. That's like I saw Chris post something on Facebook. I was like, yes, finally a night that I don't have to work the next day. This is great. I'm feeling a Christmas Eve thing going on too, but not if I can't fix my webcam. then nobody can have fun on Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve, whatever day it is.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yes, well, I know this is Thanksgiving Eve. I'm saying in the future.
Well, yes, of course. I mean, especially if we happen to do like more of the holiday seasons. That's one of the things that I've been going through lately. Is that I've been buying up every single holiday / winter warmer Christmas sale that I can possibly get my hands on, and I've been doing reviews that I haven't posted yet of all the different Christmas beers that I can get a hold of.
Well, if anybody is curious, I am drinking a classic. I have Lagunitas IPA.
Very nice.
Sitting in front of me. Yes, actually, I just finished the last of mine, so I'm going to go get another one here shortly. Just wanted to get this thing uninstalling. If I could only remember how to use this Windows 7. Chris, what are you sipping on?
It's called It's called the Mid Coast IPA. It's from Boulevard Brewing Company from Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, okay. All right. And what are you drinking on there, Scott?
All right. I am actually drinking the last of my bottle almost of Sam Adams Merrymaker. I just bought a
Somehow
case of it.
I had a feeling it was going to be a Sam Adams.
Well, yeah.
So, do you not drink outside of the family?
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, I've got over like close. My Untapped app is actually off a little bit because I didn't find Untapped until like my close to second year of drinking. So my Untapped is probably off by almost 100 and 150 beers. So I have somewhere around 600, 650 different beers under my belt.
Okay.
Primarily Sam's, but other than that, yeah, it's worldwide. I've had most of the best beers rated on the planet. I just can't get a hold of the elusive Heady Topper, but I have had.
That's a good one.
I've had Pliny the Elder. I've had Dark Lord. I've had anything that comes from the state of Ohio. I've had anything that comes from Sam Adams. I have, if most people have seen my pictures, I have had the $100 plus Utopias under my belt. I've tasted most of the things that have come from Revolution Brewing Company.
Great stuff there.
Oh, God, yes. One of the ones that they got out, if you guys can get that right now, I will throw out there. It's called Death Tars Russian Imperial Stout. It's barrel aged on bourbon barrels.
Not familiar.
Amazing stuff.
Not familiar, but okay.
That is like, how do I put this? It's like a chocolate stout, kind of. It's a little bit chocolatey. It's a little bit coffee. You get that Russian Imperial Stout flavors going on, but you get hit in the jaw with bourbon.
Okay.
It's amazing, but it usually runs about 16. Around here, it usually runs about 16, 17 bucks a bomber.
All right, gentlemen. I've got to do another restart here, so I'll hop back on here momentarily.
Go ahead.
I picked up probably the last is a beer I'll be picking up for at least probably about a week or two now.
Okay.
It's the Leinenkugel's new. It's the new Explorer pack. It's not the old one. It's like the Winter Explorer pack.
Okay.
And they've got this one now. It's called Winter's Bite. It's a cocoa spice black lager.
So
I'm gonna throw this in the fridge.
In short, for some beer geeks that are watching the show. It's a cocoa Schwarzbier.
What's a Schwarzbier?
The Schwarzbier is a Schwarzbier, however you want to say it. It's a black lager.
Okay.
That's pretty much the German term for black lagers.
All right. Because I like the black lagers, and I really like a black IPA.
And that's this is a time that I really love being in the beer industry because we get to see so many diverse subsidies or subcategories of beer. Because, I mean, you got the black IPA, you got the white IPA, you got the red IPA. They all diverse from the IPA category. That's just like the lager. I mean, you have a general lager. Now we have a black lager. Who's to say someday that somebody don't create a red lager or a white lager? Stone Brewing Company is one of the first ones right now to create a blonde stout. Just like Sam Adams was one of the first people, there may have been others, but commercially, Sam Adams is one of the first people to barrel age beer when they barrel aged their Triple Bock from 1994. It released in 94, but it was actually made in 92, 93, and then released in 94 when they got approved from it. It was aged in Jack Daniel barrels.
Okay. I went to a beer festival a couple of months back, and they had a white stout, and it was delicious.
Do you know recollections on who it was by?
Oh, it was produced by who was it? It's like JP something. But
I was just asking. I mean, you don't have to try to go into a whole detail or recollection or try to strain yourself to remember. But that's my point. I mean, it's great that people like you and I that have such a love for craft beer are here in this market today. I mean, as saturated as it is, because of the fact, to me, it's just like it's an amazing thing to sit back and watch the beer transition as new flavors come in, new styles come in, new even beer colors come in. Because I mean, what I'm traditionally known as when it comes to stouts, I'm like, if you talk about a stout, it should be rich, it should be thick, it should be hearty, it should be black. But now people are creating these stouts that they're blonde stouts, they're white stouts, however they want to do it. I mean, it was just like, really? How are you calling this a stout? I mean, some people really like it, some people are into it, some people take it as it is, some people hate it. I mean, I watched a pour video on the how do I want to call this? The blonde stout that Stone Brewing Company made. It was a drain pour for them. They didn't like it. They said this wasn't a stout at all. I mean, it wasn't. But at the same time, you got to think. You got to take a step back. My dear friend Red Rooster from Honest Craft Beers had once told me, he was like, first off, you got to look at the beer, take the beer for what it is. It's a beer.
Right.
Okay. Now, how did they label it? Now, when we were talking about this, it was like we were talking about the Rogue's Maple Bacon Ale. I hated that beer. I loathed it because of the fact that it was so horrible.
Okay.
But he was like, what was the beer labeled? I said, it was labeled as Maple Bacon. He was like, okay. He was like, now go one step further. What was the aroma? pure maple syrup. He was like, okay. What does the flavor taste like? Applewood smoked bacon. He was like, I rest my case. And I had to actually sit there and reread that for days. And I was like, wow. Even though I hated or disliked the beer itself did its job. So it's like, even if the brewer intends for a beer to taste a certain way, or they name it something because it tastes a certain way, even if you dislike it, it does what it's supposed to do. So therefore, maybe you don't like it, but the brewer intended it to taste like what they named it, or the style that they made. But I was just taken back by that and keep thinking about it, you know, off and on throughout the holiday season, because of the winter Christmas beers. I'm like, okay, you're either going to have a spice bomb or you're going to have a delectable, delicious beer. That's the only difference between having a good beer and a bad beer.
Right.
But to be honest, I'm really intrigued by what you're drinking, because of the fact that it's just like 104 IBUs. You don't hear about that kind of stuff every day.
No, you don't, and you don't drink something like this every day either.
Right. I mean, when you showed it off, it had beautiful coloring. It was very light. And when I think of an IPA, I don't think, you know, that light color. I think maybe a little bit darker, more of a, excuse me, like a orangish amber color. That seemed to be more light, more towards like a wheat color. So it makes me wonder if they added a little bit of wheat into their malt build.
It's possible.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome.
What's up, Justin?
Not a whole lot. What are you guys drinking on?
I just finished off Sam Adams Merrymaker.
Nice. Nice.
And I'm drinking something from your your neck of the woods.
What's that?
The Midcoast IPA from Boulevard.
Yes, that's a good one. Very hoppy.
Yes.
Well, I gotta run to the fridge and grab some beers.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
That's what we're here for. Beer and bullshit.
Right. I do want to throw out there, do you guys in your neck of the woods get anything from Michigan?
Yeah, we get Founders, we get Bells.
I do want to say this. It's a newly invented beer in my area. It's from Shuckatuck Brewing Company.
Okay.
It was Neapolitan Milk Stout. I have had it on tap, and when I had it on tap, it was out of a nitro tap. But when I had it out of the bottle, I did a review on the bottle, and oh my God, I love this beer.
Yeah. I had a Neapolitan milk stout.
But just to throw this out there, I don't know if you're like freezing up or whatnot.
Yeah, I probably am. A home brewer actually brewed up a Neapolitan milk stout.
Wonderful.
And it was delicious.
Well, this one, it amazed me because it was like a chocolate milk stout, but it had that strawberry, and because it's a milk stout, it had that lactose milk sugar in it, and it tastes like vanilla. Maybe they brewed it with like vanilla bean or something, but it was just amazing. It tastes exactly like the Neapolitan ice cream.
Wow.
Hey, I just opened up this Schlafly Tasmanian style IPA.
That is a good IPA. That is
I have
excellent.
I have seen that around the internet, but I don't think that we get that in our area very regularly, if at all. But I heard very good things about that.
It
It's
is. It is. I need to just pick and choose on some stuff and then just send it to you, Scott, because I know there's a lot of stuff that I can get that you can't, and then in
Right.
return you can send me some stuff. So.
Dude, I'm open for a trade with you any day.
especially now,
We've known each other
especially
for
now
quite a
that.
long time, and we haven't done a trade yet.
Oh, I know. Especially now that I work at a beer store.
Oh, yeah.
And,
where are you from?
a liquor store, and I get everything at cost.
Nice.
I mean, if I see something like it's like $9.99, I'm paying $7.50 for it.
Woo!
Where are you located, Scott?
I'm in northeastern Ohio.
Northeastern Ohio.
I'm
So yeah,
almost
you
2
picked
hours
you picked a good one, Justin.
since our
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I just picked this one up today, and
I had it 2 years ago, and it was
Yeah.
delicious.
I was at the beer store, and they had a Schlafly guy there having some tastings, and this is one that they had, and I grabbed a 6-pack.
The closest I can come to the Tasmanian style IPA, it was Sam Adams Tasmanian Red. Oh.
Hey guys, I'm back, kind of, halfway.
Welcome back.
Yeah, it's still having issues with this damn webcam. So, Justin, I'm glad you were able to drop in here.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank Chris. I'm just
More than welcome.
I bounce
The more the
in.
merrier.
I bounce in and out of here like I own the place, but. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm gonna try a couple more things here, and if I can't get this to work, I'm just gonna go get drunk by myself, so, or with Annie, you know.
Well.
Wow. Like I said, I've got very important space missions going on right now in my video games, so.
Yeah, I hit up a new liquor store this evening after work, and the place was huge. It's like I walked in and I heard angels singing. Yes. Yeah, I picked up several beers, so.
I know.
for
I
the
hate.
holiday.
I hate walking into any beer store or liquor store or whatever, and it's like I haven't had that one, I haven't had that one, I haven't had that one. And I'm like, which two of the 5 do I really want to try?
Right.
And I'm like, it's mind wrecking. It's like, what am I gonna do?
Yep.
Going for another one.
So I'm reading all these reviews on the Googles here about how my webcam doesn't work anymore. This is amazing.
What you got there, Scott?
The Trappist Rochefort 10.
Oh, that's a good one. I think my favorite one was the 8, but the 10's pretty damn good.
To be honest with you guys, one of my favorite, especially when it comes to the Trappist beers, has to be it's either between this or the Westfield Letter and 12.
I haven't had that one.
That's amazing.
Do you, hey Chris, do you guys get Urban Chestnut up in your area?
No, we do not.
It's a brewery out of St. Louis. They've got a good IPA. If you get a chance, you got to pick a pack of it up if you see it.
Well, if I'm ever in St. Louis again, I'll have to go beer shopping down in St. Louis because I know St. Louis gets a lot of stuff that we don't.
Yeah.
And I know Chicago gets a lot of stuff that we don't.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm hoping sometime in February or March I can go back up to Three Floyds and get me a case of the Gumball Head.
It's so fucking good.
And I have yet to have it. That's one of my beers that I'm like, I'm missing that one, and I'm missing their Jinx Proof.
Yeah, I was in Indiana for some work a couple of weeks ago, and I had some Gumball Head.
If I ever get up that way, Scott, believe me, I'm sending you a couple of those Gumball Heads.
Yeah,
I heard it was really good.
It is delicious. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what comes close to the Gumball Head, but it's not like the Gumball Head. Is the Boulevard 80 Acre hoppy wheat.
Yeah,
that comes close, but it's not the Gumball Head.
Right.
Yeah, it's not as smooth.
It's not as smooth, right?
That's like Dave.
But it's a good alternative to the Gumball Head.
The Alpha King I had from Three Floyds was pretty damn good too.
Unfortunately, they will be discontinuing that beer.
Well,
No!
Yes, I heard the Alpha King will be discontinued because of the fact that it was their flagship beer, and they're now making room for a new one.
Then I had the Cimarron something or other. I have to look it up. It was like a 10.1% tulip draws. It's a Cimarron is a double IPA. I'd have to look it up.
From who?
Three Floyds.
Double IPA coming from Three Floyds that I have had. It was Dreadnought.
I have to look that up. I can't remember the name of it.
Dreadnought. They also have what was it? Apocalypse Cow. It was a milk stout or a milk IPA or lactose IPA. Arctic Wolf, the Arctic Panzer Wolf. It was an IPA. They just came out with a new one called Yum Yum.
I found it. It was the Cimmerian Sabertooth Berserker.
Okay.
The joys of working part-time at a liquor store is you run into all these people that are like, my son likes IPAs, what do you suggest? Or my daughter likes stouts, what do you suggest? And, even though I do work for a distributor, I'm usually like, well, I know who distributes what, okay? So I'll take like um, 3 different or 4 different ones from of each distributor, so I don't act like I'm biased or anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then if it's like a beginner, if they're just like getting into the craft beer, I know my distributor distributes a lot of beginner stuff, like the New Belgiums and the Sam Adams and
Well, that's
the
one
Sierra
of the things,
Nevada.
like when you talk to customers, that you got to find out is that, okay, are they just now starting to get into craft beer, or have they been into craft beer for quite a long
Right,
time?
right, and I'm like, are you have an untapped account
Right.
so you can keep track of what you've had because there is so much out there. All right,
Yeah, you can't keep up. It's
you can't keep up. And I remember when I first started drinking craft beer 4 years ago, I couldn't keep up. I had notebooks of notebook paper filled with beers that I've had, and yep,
Yep. Open that up
beers
for
that I
everybody to see. Here's my account.
show off.
beer review.
Anyway, I I I had beers that is just like, I wrote them all down, every single one. Now I don't have to do that anymore. I could just go to Untap and
Yeah,
just go.
I will throw this out there. There is another one. It's not as good as Untapped, but I am part of a company called Next Glass. What you could do is you
Okay,
go on there and you scan photos of your beer, or you can go to Explore, and it loads up. Here, let me show you guys. It loads up different beers that you can explore,
oh, okay.
and you could write your own reviews about it. You could check your own beers in if you scan the label and it accepts it. But that's what I told him. I said that's the only thing that this app actually lacks is labels that it does not accept, because there's so many beers out there nowadays that they come out with different labels, and they don't accept them because they don't know who it's made by. They don't know any information about it. We said, but I've been a beta tester for this Next Glass. It's pretty good. I mean, I don't demeanor it because of the fact that I know that it has flaws, which every app does. I mean, especially in the once it opens up its first beginning phases, for the experts or the knowledge beer drinker. One of the ones that I tried to enter in was from a small brewery out of Lancaster, PA. It was the Little Gruesome. It was a peanut butter and jelly stout. Now,
a
I know
peanut butter and jelly stout.
most people would sit there and say, "Ew, oh my God, that's nasty." But the beer itself was phenomenal. I
What
mean,
what
you
what
got the
what
stout
what?
flavors, you got the peanut butter, and you got a raspberry flavor. It was amazing.
Yeah, I've had some peanut butter and vanilla. It was a peanut butter vanilla stout, and it was pretty damn good.
Speaking of small breweries, another little tidbit because I work at part time at a liquor store. I guess there's a new, I wouldn't say micro, but more of a nano brewery opening up, and they're exclusively having their beers at the place that I work at. So
Nice.
they're self which you can, all right, in Illinois up to a certain amount of barrels, but I guess they're gonna start having their.
Chris, they were actually talking.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they've got.
They were starting to talk about something similar in Ohio. Small independent brewing companies that make less than X amount of barrels per year could actually go directly to store to distribute their beer to a specific store instead of going through the distribution companies.
Yeah. So I met the owner of this new nano. I call them nano breweries. They're not micros. They're more of your smaller scale, on the same level as like maybe a brew pub or something like that.
Okay.
I call them nano because nano means smaller.
Well, right. It's the smallest that you can get to be considered a brewery at all.
Yeah, instead of being a home brewer. But
right.
He seems like I can't wait to see what he's got going on.
But to be honest with you, I think that's our next step in the brewing industry alone. I mean, we got our independent small batch brewing companies. We got our conglomerate big brewing companies like Stone, Sam Adams, Sierra Nevada, Anchor Steam, etc., etc. The ones that have been around for the last 20, 30 years. And we got our small batch breweries, people like Three Floyds, to name a few around that region. Revolution Brewing Company. What's the other one around that area? What is that? Two Brothers Brewing Company. But anywho, then it goes down even further into the nano brewing systems. Even there are some brew pubs that actually have nano breweries at the brew pub. I do believe that that's the next step, is to involve the home brewer. Once they get their license to distribute their beer or to be able to sell beer, it is to start finding home brewers beer in brew pubs and the local bars. The people that could afford that, I think that would be phenomenal.
Have you made any more home brews lately, Chris?
No, I've been usually in the fall and in the winter. I don't brew homebrew because I'm usually buying everybody else's beer. But in the spring,
so that gives me spring and summer to compete with you.
In the spring and summer, that's when I start homebrewing.
All right. So buy my stuff to begin in the beginning of the year, and to compete with you in the spring.
Because I don't like a lot of the spring and summer stuff that comes out. That's the reason why.
Have you ever thought of brewing something that you can enter into a contest?
No, because I'm not that. I'm not a seasoned veteran like homebrewer.
Nobody said you have to be.
I just haven't really come up with anything that usually is worth, sending something. I need to. The only thing that I've really made that has any kind of appeal would be the honey Hefeweizen. Get it!
There you are, man. What's up?
The man in the flesh.
So yeah, I went back to my laptop. I hope I sound all right. I'm using the laptop's webcam and microphone. So.
Nice little
But hey.
mosaic picture behind you.
Oh yeah, you like that?
Nice little mosaic picture behind you.
That's our Mona Lisa. There you go.
Nice.
Kid scribbling all over.
Mm.
Interesting story about that. We bought this at IKEA, and I was driving a Jeep at the time, and we take it out of IKEA and bring it out to the parking lot. Come to find out, there's no way that we can take this home in the Jeep. So like we actually managed somehow to slide it in through the like little unzipper thing on the back of the Jeep, and like I was holding this thing up with my head, and Annie's holding on to it on the side while it's like hanging out of the back of the Jeep. Thank God we only live like a mile and a half away from IKEA, so we actually managed to get it home. But yeah,
Nice.
it's fun. Yeah, we like it. We just wanted something big to so I'm on Club Couch right now. This is where I chillax. Right here.
Nice.
So all right, well, cool. I guess I didn't realize this laptop could actually handle Google Hangouts. I've never had like it work well, but I've got it like hooked up with the Ethernet cable right now, so I guess that's why it wants to work.
Well, we all seem to have a little bit of lag this evening, but other than that, I mean, it's good. You got a clear picture. It's presentable.
Speaking of lag, I'll be right back.
Woohoo! Nice. I need to get me one of those glasses, by the way.
Yeah, they got on Amazon. You can get a 6-pack for I think $40.
That's not bad.
That's the best I've seen.
That's not bad price at all.
I believe it was the Dogfish head cost like 12 or 14 bucks a piece.
Yeah, the ones on Amazon are this Big Lau or
Yeah, the Spiegel glasses.
yeah.
Oh, you guys bought this glass? Yeah, this shit's dope. This was a engagement gift from our good buddy Jim Babb. I love these glasses. Like,
I just seen Jim. Jim's actually a part of our nice. Jim's actually a part of one of my beer trader groups.
Naturally.
Now, I was going through the list of people in this beer trader group, and I was like, what the hell is Jim doing in here?
Look at that. Full IPA. Nice head on it.
What are you drinking?
This is a Lagunitas IPA.
Oh, very good.
Is that showing up as a mirror to you guys?
Nope.
No, actually, I can read just fine.
All right, I'm seeing myself as a mirror. Okay, I'm not used to doing anything from this computer.
Have you had have you picked up Lagunitas Sucks yet this year?
Yeah. Actually, I've had 2 bottles of it now. It's like a. It's not a pint. It's a
32 ounce. Yeah.
Yeah. We've had a couple of those, and those were really good. We were trying to figure out where the hell they came up with the name Sucks from, and
I can actually tell you that.
Well, okay. Well, what we figured was, Scott, that they just fucked up a batch of beer and said, "Oh, our bad, but it's still good." So we'll sell it anyway.
Do you know which batch of beer that they fucked up and was bad?
Well, good. All right. Amy will be glad.
I know exactly which batch of beer that they messed up and it was bad.
But it was good. It was really good.
They messed up a batch of beer, what was called brown sugar.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is where Lagunitas Sucks comes from.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's
And
fucking good.
They shouldn't have charged so much for it, but
Really?
How much do you get a 32-ounce bottle, guys?
it was like $8 or something.
Oh, I picked it
Really?
for
Yeah.
$5.99.
Right, that's what I get it for. I get it for like $6 out here.
Yeah.
I did it for $5.99 too. So
Yeah. Well, fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's what you get for living on the East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of East Coast here.
It was damn good though.
Yeah.
We bought one and we conspired about why they came up with that name, and I think we went and got another. We got another couple of bottles the weekend after. I thought about holding on to them and trying to make some glasses out of them or some candles or some shit out of the bottles, but they're not screen printed, so
Yeah.
the labels wore off. But
There was a guy, he was a home brewer and a reviewer out of California. His name is Ryan. I can't remember his last name off the top of my head. He did a bunch of reviews for Beer Geek Nation. He did a review when he found the 32-ounce bottle out in California. He did a chug review of the Lagunitas Sucks. And
so
it
what,
was
you gotta
awesome.
chug it and then review it?
He sat there and he was like, I'm playing some music in the background. He was like, I'm going to chug this beer. He was like, it's 32 ounces. He was like, taking it back to the old school 40 kind of thing. He was like, it's not a 40. He was, oh, kitty, kitty. He was like, but at the same time, he was like, this is like not meant to be chugged. He was like, but here we go. He played the music and he was sitting there chugging this like 32 ounce like IPA. I was like, good God.
That's not not pleasant.
No, especially, I don't know what it is to me. It might be my,
For crying out loud, it's especially.
to me though, I mean, it's just like things with hop, an overabundance of hops, if they get into like the 100 IBUs and higher, I don't know, to me it just seems to be, hey, drink this beer, you're going to get fucked up even quicker.
I'm sorry, Scott, I have a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
Say especially.
Especially?
So why do you say especially?
It might be a more Eastern thing.
Sorry. I used to have this roommate, and it drove him crazy when somebody would say especially or library.
Oh, library?
Right, you put the R in there.
Right.
But, okay, so he just got really irritated when somebody would say especially or library. So, like, it's just stuck with me, and you've said especially at least 3 times since I've been in
Well, that might be because of the fact that I'm kind of missing 2 teeth here, because of the fact that I'm in transition to get a full partial, but they didn't want to do it throughout the holidays. They were like, hey, go ahead and have your Thanksgiving dinner, then come back and
You get the gold fronts.
right. I was like, do it like Playa style, man. Put diamonds in it.
Does it help you whistle?
No.
Dude, I've got teeth issues too. Luckily, mine are all in the back.
Mine are all up front. I've got 6 on 3 on both sides that they're like, dude, we're gonna keep those, but all your front gotta go. I'm like, okay. They're like, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna put a full frontal partial in, but they were like, we're gonna attach them to the side 3 teeth in the back. I'm like, okay. They're like, but we're gonna take your partial out that you got now, so that you can eat throughout the holidays and then come back and go to sleep, and we're going to take them out and we're going to put new ones in. I'm like,
sure.
Oh, well, great. Thanks so much. I'm like,
Just
do you
keep your mouth
realize? I said,
closed.
I'm in the public eye now. I said, so therefore, I don't want to look like Woodrow Wilson and only have one tooth in the front.
I see you holding your lip down now.
Right.
I didn't mean to make you self-conscious.
No, it's cool. I mess with myself at work all the time about that.
Yeah. I catch myself LOLing like this. I'm like, oh god, they can see like this tooth that's rotting out my face.
Yep.
So I feel your pain. I feel your pain.
Well,
Chris,
at
how
least
you-
somebody does. I work with a bunch of toothless bastards, so it's all good at work.
Chris, you got all your teeth. He's not even listening. To those
This
guys.
grows up.
Chris, wake up.
I miss.
I think he's frozen there.
He is frozen. This happens all the time.
I heard his
Right.
voice there for a
I'm
minute.
missing. I'm
He's
missing my
trying
two. I'm missing my two bottom K9 teeth. To tell you the truth. So.
Yeah, these guys, the fangs.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Too
bottom
much-
ones are good, but my top ones are for crap.
Yeah, stay away from those candy apples. See, that was my problem. I grew up like, oh, sweet. Give me those gobstoppers. Give me
Right.
those pictures and shit. Like, I'll lay in bed and eat this stuff all night
Right.
long. And, fall asleep with, like, candy affixed to my teeth. No big deal until I hit, like, 20.
Yep.
And
Well,
then
see,
all of a sudden it's like, oh, my teeth are falling apart in my face. This sucks.
my problem is that I'm fifth generation French, and it's just like they were like, yeah, you got soft teeth, you're screwed.
Yeah. Did my brushing, did my flossing, but that doesn't count for. Oh, and that was the other thing. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, walk downstairs when I was living at my parents' house, grab a Coca-Cola or a Sprite or something, a can of it, and just guzzle that shit and go to bed. This was before I became an alcoholic. So I was like a sugarholic.
Yeah, well, I got Juggalo tattooed on my arm right here, so I was like a 3 liter of Faygo every day.
Oh wow, and so you don't regret that at all, do you?
No, not one bit. I mean, I was a Faygo shower alcoholic, Faygo drinking asshole when I was young. Right. So I mean,
I'm so sorry. I want to start a Kickstarter to get that thing covered up. I know you're not supposed to talk about people's tattoos, but man, that is bad.
right. I was drunk one night and I tattooed this myself on my arm.
Nice.
And the G's are actually backwards.
That's why it's curved.
Right.
All right.
So it's like I'm
Did
sitting.
it yourself though? That gives you credit.
I'm like drunk off my ass, and I'm just sitting there tattooing my arm. I was like, I ain't got nothing better to do.
I can see why you'd think that was a good idea at the time.
Well, yeah, at the time.
Hey, everything sounds better when you're drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only one that realizes that, Scott, you have this this thing going on? What's the guy's name? Oh fuck. I can't. He's always in all the Seth Rogen movies. You got a James Franco thing going on.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I was drunk last time I said that. So.
Actually, you were plastered the last time you said that.
Probably.
No, yeah.
That's why I can't do this show every Wednesday. If I were to have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, no, I have to leave here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, obviously, showers out the window. I just gotta go to bed and somehow wake up.
I gotta leave for work at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I gotta be there I gotta clock in by 8, so I gotta leave here by 7.
Well, see, I'm on the East Coast time, so like I'm an hour ahead of you guys.
No, you're not.
Well, it's 10 o'clock here.
Yeah, it's 10:07 here.
Okay, I don't know where the fuck you live.
I'm in Ohio.
And it's 10 o'clock in Ohio?
Yep, it's 10:07. I'm in the East Coast of Ohio.
All right. Okay.
I'm only
like Illinois and Indiana.
I'm only like 20 minutes to a half hour from the border of PA.
Oh, okay. Okay. Geography was never my thing, so okay, I'm with you. Well, I'm used to Chris's punk ass. He's like, oh yeah, we'll start this shit at 7:30. It's fine by me.
But yet you're like, hurry up, come on.
7:30 starts good for me.
No.
Yeah, we're like half asleep by then, and we're just like, oh, okay, we're gonna start by now. Okay, we're drinking. Here we go.
All right. Well, hey kids, I'm gonna step outside for a cigarette real quick. I can't smoke out here in the living room, so I'm just gonna leave you with this awesome picture of. On the wall.
Yes, Mona Lisa. Yeah. That's great.
There you go.
There you go.
I'll be back in like 4 minutes.
Cool.
Hey, Scott.
What's up?
Do you like IPAs?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because I rarely see you drink one on the show.
I do, but it's just like it's more of a summer and spring thing for me.
Oh, it is? To me, I could drink an IPA all year round.
I actually have one to do, a review on. It is Sierra Nevada Celebration Ale.
Ha ha ha! My favorite IPA of the time.
So, I mean, yeah. It's like, I really love them. I've had some of the best. Even pale ales I really love. If you ever get a chance to find Mackellar's 1000 IBU pale ale or Mackellar's 1000 IBU IPA, it's very rare. But both of them are just like, I haven't had the IPA, but I've had the pale ale, and oh my god, is it phenomenal. That was the hoppiest pale ale that I have ever come across and that I absolutely love. Sam Adams did a deconstructed IPA set for 2014, and they did it again in prior years, in like I think it was like 2011, 2010.
The Latitude 48.
Yeah, the deconstructed Latitude 48.
Yeah, I had 2014. It was pretty good.
Yeah, they did it in prior years in like 2011 or 2010, and I actually got a chance to try both of them. It was amazing. My favorite out of them was the Hallertau Middle Fruit.
Just opened up a new one here. I've not had this one yet. It's Mother's Brewing, Spiffy Britches.
And where are you at?
Kansas City.
Oh, okay. Because have you ever heard of a reviewer by the name of Tom the Beer Whisperer? Dude, he absolutely loves everything that comes from Mother's Brewing Company.
You know, I mean, I don't like their like standard like every normal stuff, but they're like special 4-pack stuff. I love. I don't know. They're like normal stuff is okay, but they're like limited release, stuff is really good.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to like reviewers, I'm the type of reviewer, I have like 200 plus YouTube videos on there that I'm the person that gets a bottle of beer, and I will, I'll pour it in there and I will read you the information or get the information, whatever information, off the bottle. I won't look it up from like reviewing websites, etc., etc. My dear friend Tom, the beer whisperer that I was telling you about, he's the type of person that he's a little eccentric, but it's in a good way. He's the type of person where you walk into a bar and you sit next to him and you look over and you're like, dude, what are you drinking on, man? That looks pretty good. And he'll sit there and tell you absolutely everything about the beer. And it's just like he's more along the lines of a beer conversation.
Yeah.
And it's cool, the different ways that we all do these beer reviews, because I do them straight directly from the bottle, and any information off the bottle, I don't look anything up. He's the person that you meet in a bar. My dear friend Dave Coulter, that does beer samplings with Dave, he looks up a little information, but doesn't do anything off of like Ray Beer or Beer Advocate. He don't do like ratings or anything. He'll just tell you if it's good. Hey, seek it out, try it, etc., etc. But there's a couple of reviewers that we tend to tell people to stay away from, which is like Maria Devon and Jay Terriot. They're people that shell out to the companies. They beg for the beer from the companies, and the companies actually send them free samples just to get free advertising. And we're like Red Rooster, which is a member, John Starodomsky, Dave Coulter, myself, Dale from Craft Beer Central. He does some video reviews and just written reviews on Facebook. We're all members of a place called Honest Craft Beer Reviews.
Hey, real quick, guys. Sorry to interrupt there, Scott.
Go
Guys,
ahead.
invite Pepe.
What was that?
Invite Pepe. He's trying to
Oh,
join.
invite Pepe. Okay.
Remember that guy? Okay, sorry, Scott. My bad.
No, it's cool. What I was saying, I mean, we're all part of a group called Honest Craft Beer Reviews. That seems to be the number one place that I feel comfortable at, and other people feel comfortable at, because of the fact that you don't get discriminated for the beer that you're drinking, unless it's like BMC, which I'm happy to report that craft beer is actually outselling Budweiser now.
Woo!
2 thumbs up for that.
That's just garbage.
Yes. But if anybody was looking for a group to join Honest Craft Beers, because we are doing video reviews once a month now, where all the admins get together and you will learn the history of not only the style, but maybe even the brewery that we're doing. We want to mix it up, as in for glass style for the beer, any kind of beer talk that you guys want to know. It will be eventually in craft beer, Honest Craft Beer Reviews.
Nice. Yeah, this is a Belgian style IPA.
And what brewing company is it from?
Mother's Brewing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Springfield, Missouri. The beer is called Spiffy Britches. 9.3% alcohol by volume. And let's see here. It's made with Australian Galaxy hops.
My friend Tom the Beer Whisperer Mulville is actually from Springfield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Springfield, Illinois.
Okay. Isn't that where you're at, Chris?
No, I'm from Springfield, Illinois, not Springfield, Missouri.
Right.
No, yeah. I mean, so have you met the bomb that lives in Springfield, Illinois, that doesn't have any face bones?
No.
My wife and I, we went to Springfield, Illinois a few years ago, and we went down to the visitor center to get some information, and I got accosted by this bum wanting money, and he didn't have cheekbones. There was not. His whole face was caved in, and he's begging for money. And I was like,
Oh,
I
God.
didn't have any money in my wallet. And when my wife got out there, I was like, here, give this guy $10. He doesn't have a face.
Wow.
So, sure he got drunk on me for a couple nights. So,
Well, good for him.
I was actually in Philadelphia once for an End the Fed rally sort of thing. We were walking down the street, and there was this guy standing there with no arms.
Wow.
He had 2 legs, and both of his arms were missing from the elbows up,
So
almost
he had nubs.
holding a grenade when it went off, sort of thing.
Oof.
Yeah. And he was standing there, and I'm looking at this guy how did you get this hat on your head, let alone your clothes on today? It was boggling my mind that anybody could even get around it. He had his little cup of change or whatever, and he was moving it around with his feet, his toes.
yeah.
I was like, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I see how you can move that stuff around. But how do you function on a day-to-day thing? You're a homeless man with no arms.
I could sympathize with that. With the no arms thing, but at the same time, did you see the Swiffer commercial that's going around now with the man that only has a nub on one side, but he has one arm? Yeah,
Did you
it's
say
by
Swiffer commercial?
Yeah, it's Swiffer.
Wow. Heartless bastards.
Right. The guy, he has one arm, but he has a nub on one side. So he says he struggles to get up at the ceiling fans to dust him off in certain places. Well, Swiffer actually sent him a bunch of stuff with the extender arm Swiffer and duster and everything. And he was like, yeah, this makes life a lot easier. But it leads me back to what me and Chris were talking about a few weeks ago with the homeless man that got arrested down there in Florida for feeding the homeless. Anything that can come better from the people that can afford it to help out the homeless and et cetera, et cetera. That is just phenomenal.
Sure. It's like that Florida man who's gotten arrested 3-4 different times for the homeless.
Right. He was just feeding the homeless. He's like an 89 or 90-year-old man.
Yep. And he's not giving up either. He's doing it over and over again.
No, I wouldn't either. It's just feeding the people that believe in the country and that live here. Come on, man. Helping the brethren.
Guess he's got a lawsuit against the douchebag.
That's what I heard. Apparently, like he's gotten arrested so many times now. There's like a lawsuit that's come out of it, and it looks like this guy might actually win. I don't know. I'm not sure about all the different legalese and shit, but
Yeah, I don't fucking trust anything the fucking courts do.
Thank you.
so
Everybody
yeah.
kinda, I hate to say it, but everybody kind of knows how anti-government I am.
Well, I think everyone here is anti-government.
Yeah. Yeah. You're amongst friends there, buddy.
Well, that's what I kind of had this conversation the last time that I was on here, and I want to apologize for the last time that I was on here because the last like 30 minutes of the video I was kind of like mute on the phone with my mother, and I was arguing politics with her, and I was like, "Arr." But the one thing that I stated that it was like obliterated in conversation was that lately I've been going through the books and there is no physical law that states that you actually have to pay income tax.
No, but there's a fucking gun.
No, yeah, that's right. I mean, they want to sit there and say no bullying in schools, but it's okay for us to bully you.
Yep.
Yep. So therefore, it's like whatever they say goes, but at the same time, if they deem it inappropriate, then it's okay. Talk about a tyrannous government.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to dock this ship with my with my space station right now.
No, do what you gotta do, man.
I'm a little distracted.
You still there, Chris? Must be frozen up again.
Yeah, I think so. It happens from time to time.
Yeah.
I joke with him all the time. I said, dude, do you still have a 56K?
Yeah, what's going on?
There he is.
There he is.
I'm trying to get Rob on here.
I sent him an invite. I feel like he's not that derpy.
I'm still trying to get Dave one here.
God, I wish you guys could see what I'm doing right now. I'm on a different computer, but I'm doing science right now. I'm building a space station on my little game here. Chris, you've probably heard me talk about this game before. I know I've like screen shared it before. I gotta pause it. I'm gonna have to focus on this here shortly.
Okay, I added him. I added Rob.
So what game is that?
Hang on. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm looking up a
What's the name of
video. It's called Kerbal Space Program. I'm doing a maneuver in space. All right, I gotta find a shorter video. Derp. Come on. See, I'm playing this game on a separate computer, so I can't just screen share it right now. But it's very, very exciting. I've never gotten this close to accomplishing it before. All right, here we go. This won't work.
What? What's your phone, Dad?
It's okay.
What is that?
But if any of you guys have any interest whatsoever in space travel or like space exploration, if you're into sci-fi, if you like playing games and wasting lots and lots of time building spacecraft and stuff, I'd highly suggest you get this game. Like, this is all I'm going to do all night. I actually might be leaving in the next half hour so I can get back on this game. I don't even like to...
Welcome, man.
What's up, dude?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Rob?
Happy Thanksgiving, kids.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
How's it going?
Okay, I gotta pause this.
What you drinking on, Rob?
Mr. Pepe in the flesh.
I got my crew here. We're playing pool, doing our thing, you know.
That's cool. That's cool.
Right on.
Garrett, you're looking good, brother. Congratulations on your impending nuptials.
Pepe, it is so good to see you, brother. God, look at your hair. It's like you walked out of the 50s.
Dude, I am.
And joined us,
brother. I forgot my horn room glasses back in the frickin' DeSoto.
Do you have a switchblade in your back pocket?
No, it's in my front pocket. It's easier to access.
Okay. All right, good man. Yeah.
I got a .32 gun in my pocket for fun and a razor in my shoe. You know? Come on.
Just Rob, do me a favor. Call me Pony Boy.
What's that? Pony Boy. You know where it's at.
Good to see you, brother. It's been a while.
But yeah, we've been listening in. You know, we're tuned in. We're paying attention. Sounds like you got some crazy like anti-government people on tonight. So I'm here to report. You know, take some notes and see what's going on. You know.
Yeah. So Pepe, what are you sipping on, bro?
I'm sipping on a little bit of a bottle. It's not beer. It's kind of bullshit. This is a bottle of homemade cider. This is a 2013 vintage apple cider, fermented somewhere in the woods of can't say where, and it's pretty good. It's not too close to the church creeper. They call this a church house creeper because, you know, it tastes like apple juice, but it's not.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
Man, here you go, man. Showing off some love, man. Some Blanton's bourbon.
Oh, yeah, see? Homemade cider.
That was also fermented in the woods somewhere that can't be mentioned.
Right.
We can't say where and when. We all know how. And we have some good beer here, too, tonight, so it's all good.
Sounds like you guys are having fun, living life, man. It's all greasy in the hood.
Well, Pepe, I'm glad you managed to wander your way back into this here Google Hangout.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. You know, we're doing our thing. And we've been tuning in, we've been watching, and I tried to tune in one couple times, but my phone's not cooperating, so I got my laptop over here tonight. So
Okay.
Sounds like Garrett.
Yeah.
you'll have it.
You might notice there's not a microphone in front of the stage right now. I'm relying on a laptop for my audio. I hear a female whining.
Doing our thing. And we've been tuning in, we've been watching, and I tried to
Oh, I hear Rob Pepe talking some more
cooperate. So I
in the
got
background.
Sounds like there's some like
I
back.
know what it is. Rob Pepe.
I think it's lag from Chris.
Yeah, I heard that when
I don't think it's from
when I
me.
was in earlier. I heard the lag. It was playing in the background.
No. God, I hope that's not me this time. This is the first, I'm out of my element here. I'm used to like enclosed headphones. Oh, I have headphones.
No, you're not in the room today, and it's not you.
Sounds like there's
Oh, gotta love the Beer and Bullshit Show.
Oh yeah.
Damn it, Scott! Why did you have to light another cigarette? I'm ready for another cigarette myself. I've been
Mona Lisa up there, the devil kind of intense. Here it is. Here it is.
Yes.
Yes,
Like
you're
I've got my little e-cig.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
All right, man. Do what you got to do.
They've been away. It's great. It's great.
Where's Jimmy Bapp tonight?
You know what? I don't know, man. He was supposed to come in, but you know, nobody ever had anything to say about him.
What do you?
Who's got something to say about who?
Jim Bab. I mean, he was supposed to come in. I mean, he was invited, but you know, we don't know where he's at.
Fuck that motherfucker. I'm just kidding. I fucking love you. But you're right. He is missing.
He's kind of sporadic lately. I mean, throughout the holidays, I kind of understand, but at the same time, it's just like, you know.
Well, he's living it up. He's living it up. He's got his thing, you know.
Right.
Fucking works for himself. He's got it going on.
I find the holidays
dude,
the
I
best
said,
time
you're
to get
man-made.
I mean, I feel like so privileged to be able to join you guys tonight and not have to worry about when I got to wake up tomorrow.
But it's an honor because of the fact
Man's not going to be looking for you tomorrow, huh?
If only we could have holidays every fucking Thursday.
We have them every day here.
Yeah. Okay, Pepe, I understand. and
Every day's a holiday, and every night's a Saturday night. You know the song.
You were supposed to come kidnap me already, and like force me to like split logs or something at your house.
Whatever. You come up here and say split logs, brother.
Just come kidnap me. I'll split logs all day long. We'll build an extension on your house there.
You gotta wear flannel. You gotta wear flannel and Timberlands.
I look good. I look good in flannel, but Timberland was racist.
You're like a regular lumbersexual, right?
A lumbersexual. I like that, Pepe.
Yeah, that's a new term, lumbersexual.
Maybe I can add some products to your hair. When I say that, I mean splooge. Man splooge. I can make your hair look good with my splooge.
Well, I just opened up a new beer.
Okay.
It's the Smutty.
Wow, that was kind of ironic after man splooge.
I wasn't sure if anybody heard that or not.
Yeah,
Oh God.
I didn't.
Oh God.
It's the Smutty Nose Pumpkin Ale.
Well, that's kind of close.
Who makes that?
Smutty Nose.
Muddy
Muddy
Nose?
Nose.
Hey Garrett, I don't think you had to qualify it as man splooge. I think you could have just said splooge and you'd have been all right.
Well, I mean, he could have actually classified it as, you know, Smutty Nose Pumpkin Ale, and I would have knew.
I really wanted to drive it home.
Oh, okay.
Pepe, you don't have to spend so much money on your hair products. I'll just come in your hair anytime you want.
I'm Italian. That's grease. That's just natural oil.
Good man. Good man.
He says it seeps out of his scalp.
Yeah.
Right. I know.
Hey, come on. This is freaking Mid-Atlantic hat head, brother. It snowed all day. We were out looking at it and telling people to shovel it for us. Come on.
Right.
Yeah,
don't
I
have the
remember when I used to have hair.
or anything.
I'm moving to North Carolina or Florida or the Bahamas or somewhere south where I never have to see or shovel snow again.
Go to Hawaii. They pay great when it comes to welfare. They pay $60,000 a year for like top welfare.
Welfare? I'm not. I don't even want to communicate with the state. What are you talking about?
San
Yeah,
Diego.
take their goddamn money. That fucker.
Oh, forget about that. Then forget about that. No, I'll feed myself and feed my family.
There you go. That's the man.
I'll scratch around the sand for seeds before I come begging at their door.
Yes. Another hater.
I'm not.
San Diego's the place to be.
I'm not going to go asking for anything I can't provide for myself.
Fuck them. Eat them.
No. Distance yourself from them.
Oh, I'll eat them.
All right. Whatever.
Lag. Here's the lag. Oh, hey, it's funky. That's strong. Now, if you do that, I just ate a shit ton of wings. I'm about to shit myself. One more thing out of fucking blue chips. You fucking mouth.
So you a fan of the gourd beers there, Chris?
I would not do that. Did you see that picture?
What was that, Justin?
You like the gourd beers?
Maybe.
Pumpkins and such?
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're very tasty. I mean, I've seen I've seen him take a lot of pumpkin beers.
Oh, the pumpkin beers. Oh yeah, I like some of them. This particular one was on markdown because we had so many that they just like, oh well, we're gonna reduce it from $9.99 to $5.99. So, and I got it at cost at $4.50. So.
Yeah, the pumpkins they're either really good or they freaking taste like shit.
Yeah, there's no middle road on those.
Have you guys seen the Southern Tier pumpkin that's been barrel aged in rum barrels yet?
No.
We've got that plentiful out here.
What are you playing, Rob? 9-ball, 8-ball?
Playing 8-ball, drinking a Uinta Detour.
Nice.
We went to a local craft beer bar tonight to get a little takeout, and they had the same beer on draft. And I'm a huge fan of Uinta. You know,
Uinta's very good.
Utah Brewery.
Uinta's very good.
They do, and I think they're underrated. When you go online and look at their ratings, like on Beer Advocate and whatnot, I just think they don't get the credit that's due. But I love their
Doobie or the Dubai, the black.
Doobie, whatever you want to call it. That's their black IPA. Hop Notch, which is now Hop Nosh because of a patent infringement. And then this is their double IPA Detour.
Where are they out of?
So good. We had it on draft. I had a couple of these earlier, and then we got a couple bottles to go.
What state are they out of?
Utah.
Utah?
Yeah.
Hey, Rob.
Yes, sir. What are you drinking, Chris?
I'm drinking the Smutty Nose Pumpkin Ale.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the pumpkin beers. I don't know why. Most of them taste like potpourri to me, I guess.
This was on markdown, and I was just like, I'll just try it, you know. So.
What's your favorite of the pumpkin beers?
My favorite of the pumpkin beers was the what was it? It was the Shipyard Pumpkinhead.
All right, I haven't had that. I think Pumpkin around here is like the go-to beer.
Right. Right. Hey, Rob.
Any self-respecting man who enjoys pumpkin beer is a douche.
What did he say? Any self-respecting what?
Any self-respecting man who enjoys pumpkin-flavored beer is a douche. That's what I said.
That wasn't directed at me.
Yes, I'm a douche. I guess I'm a douche.
Right, because I love Sam Adams Fat Jack.
I'm so glad to be hanging out with so many douches.
I'm a douche.
I'm a douche.
Hey, I stand by my statement.
Garrett,
This
what are you
guy
drinking right now?
not had a single pumpkin beer all season. You know why?
You don't drink
You're
potpourri.
not a douche.
You don't drink potpourri. You're not a douche.
I just, you know, why do you need to add flavor to already delicious beer?
Well, look at all the other beer companies. I mean, that's what they do. They add adjuncts to their beer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, would you call us would you call us a douche if we liked vanilla porters? Would you call us a douche if we liked Oktoberfest? Would you call us a douche
if we liked rye IPAs?
All right.
Yeah, rye IPAs and stuff. Exactly. You know.
Vanilla porters.
Please. Here's what I'm getting at. If you rely on seasonal beer, you're not a true beer drinker.
No, because I rely on my everyday go-to.
I'm sorry. Look, I've got beers that I can drink year-round. It doesn't matter what season we're in. My taste buds don't change with the season.
No, but at the same time, we look forward to our seasonals.
I think you're all objective to seasonal beer corporatism. You're just they try and sell stuff at certain times of the year to make it more sellable. Especially same app.
It looks dumb.
I want a yearly beer. Fuck it.
Excuse me, I do get a yearly beer. It's called the Boston Lager. I do like my lager. I do like my traditional ale. I can actually get the Boston Ale here at any time. I can get the Boston or the Black Lager here at any time. I have readily available beer right here in my neighborhood, but at the same time, I do look forward to the holiday seasons because of the fact that like this beer right here only comes out once every year. So therefore,
I didn't mean to catch any news there. But all spring, summer, and fall last year, I tried to get away from IPAs because I like IPAs as my heavy winter ale, and it just didn't happen. So now I have
throw them back in for the hoppy deliciousness.
I just couldn't get away from it. The hoppy deliciousness.
You can't get away from the hoppy, like that seductive resin and the potency of a good IPA, especially the good double IPA.
Why do I need to interrupt that with some fucking pumpkin spice? You know what that is? That's what it is, guys.
Here's a holiday spice.
To quote a friend of mine, pumpkin beers are for douches. I don't know who said that.
And I guess I'm a douche.
I heard that somewhere. Pumpkin beers are for douches. I don't know who said that. But listen, the other night, a week ago, I was drinking Devil Dancer, Founders, one of the greatest breweries in the country, and that's, it's a Midwest Michigan. God love Michigan for some of the beers that come out of there. I was drinking Devil Dancer, 12.5%. I drank 3 of them on an empty stomach. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And I've had the Devil Dancer before. I had a whole case of it. I forgot. Bad move. You know what I mean?
Fucking Devil Dancer is the shit. Yeah, it's awesome.
Devil Dancer is good.
I'll be back, guys.
I had it at a beer festival. That shit was great.
I still got a 2013 and a 2014 aging in the closet right now.
Have you had the Green Flash, Green Bullet?
That's another brewery we were just getting into.
I haven't had the Green Bullet, but I have had the Palate Wrecker, and I was very depressed.
And I've had their West Coast IPA, and that was good.
Yes. Green Bullet's very good.
All right.
I was kind of
another one.
By the palate wrecker only because of the fact that I've had so many IPAs already.
Now, only if we can get Oscar Blues here, I would be happy.
We just got it in Missouri 2 weeks ago.
Like I said, man, when you send me beer, I will send you a case of nothing but Oscar Blues that I can get here.
I don't even know what the Asian word for bidet is, guys. Come on. Bidet? We're having a separate.
No, I mean, if you're talking Asian words, let's go with bukkake.
Now, only if we can get Oscar Blues here, I would be happy.
You want 1050? You want Dale's Deviant? What do you want?
Right. See, there we go.
I got a growler at Dale's back at the Bat Cave. Not
Dale's Pale Ale.
No, Dale's Deviant. I got a growler.
Dale's Deviant.
Dale's, yeah.
Dale's Deviant is excellent, from what I hear.
I think I got a can of 1050 right here.
Yeah, Rob, we're almost done.
And the little yellow pills.
Yeah, see, here we go.
Yep.
Here you go, man.
Curses! Curses!
Can of the 1050 right here.
Chris, you don't have that there?
No, we don't carry it here.
All right, so send me an email. Let's do a trade. I got that.
That's what I said, man. Send me a trade, man. I'll even do whatever I can get from Dale's for homebrew.
Actually, Rob, I was kind of waiting until
Devil Dancer. Oh, that's trouble, brother.
Yep.
We need to strap you to. We're gonna strap you to a gurney later.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, that shit is wicked.
Especially when I'm sitting here drinking on nothing but the Trappist Rochefort 10 right now.
Yeah, we found some Devil Dancer at a liquor store. They had it in the Build Your Own 6-pack coolers, and they also had it. You know, it was $18 a 6-pack, but if you got it in the Build Your Own 6-pack, you know, it was just the regular $7.99 for a 6-pack of Build Your Own. So we built our own of Devil Dancer.
Man, we get Devil Dancer here for like $15.99.
Yeah, it was it's like $16-17.
Right. Man, I poured the rest of this Trappist Rochefort in there, and it's cloudy as a son of a bitch.
Yeah, it gets cloudy at the bottom.
Right. I mean, but that's, in my opinion, when you're drinking Trappist beers, that's the best part of it is when you get the yeast in there. It's like they tell you not to, but at the same time, I tend to like the yeast because of the fact that it adds more esters to it, more banana flavor to it.
If you ever make it to Terre Haute, there's a couple of pretty cool beer bars there in Terre Haute.
Get a beer. Come on. Get up. Throw that out. Bag out. We drink it.
Whew.
Bigger pieces.
Yeah,
It definitely adds more flavor when you add.
Jack Dan. You want to try Jack?
We'll refill.
You need to try Jack big time in a wing. See that burn up.
That burns.
Yeah.
What's that fat finger?
I thought you were
wearing your
smoking
wedding ring?
firewood.
Chris, you have another one, or are you done for the evening?
Oh, no. Dude, Thanksgiving, okay? This is my first Thanksgiving off in 5 fucking years, okay? Because I worked for Wally World for 6, okay? I'm enjoying this.
I think you're 12.
Nice. I'm happy that you're spending the evening with us pre-Thanksgiving, and I'm happy that you're being able to enjoy the festivities with the rest of us.
I can do that too, but I can't, like, Spider, you smelling anything?
Squeeze the hops out of that, Rob.
Oh, last of the last, best of the best.
10 would be like squeeze.
Garrett, you're looking good, brother. When is the big day?
October 3rd.
What'd you do? You engaged? You got engaged to your woman? Now you're hiding her from the world? What are you doing?
She is sleeping. She got infected.
That's smart. All right, fair enough. Tell her I said hello.
I already went and like I woke her ass up. Like you'll never
Did you guys go
believe.
to see Jordan last Wednesday or Thursday night? Did you go see Jordan in Maryland?
Fuck yeah, we did.
I'm so sad. We missed that. We had a little stomach fever running through the family.
Hey,
What you got there, Justin?
we barely made it. We got there like 20 minutes late and like walked up to the ticket window and they were like, "Are you gay?"
Oh, the Winter Grind Coffee Stout. Nice.
Up with the last bang.
They looked at us like, "Are you Garrett?" I'm like, "Yeah." How did you know? They're like, "Well, because you're the only unclaimed ticket."
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
But we had
That's not that big.
picked out seats like right up against the stage. Like I was literally like propping my feet up because I didn't have enough room between the floor and my chair to like put my feet in. So like I was just like leaning up on the stage, and it was like he was playing on our coffee table.
how was Jordan?
Oh yeah! Oh my God! The guy is mind blowing. Are you kidding? You know, you've seen Jordan.
No, I'm saying how was he? Not how was the show. How was he there? I haven't talked to him. I call him. I can't get him on the phone. You know.
He was so great. It's funny because like the show was on like a Thursday night. He hit me up on Facebook like Tuesday night. He's like, "So it'd be cool if you and Andy came to my show on Thursday." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You're playing on Thursday."
Yeah, I saw your post.
Yeah.
We got 2 seats at table 2. Who else is at table 2? I saw that.
Yeah, exactly. So, so glad we went. So glad we went. It was a lonely, quiet drive home. Annie was passing out in the passenger seat. I'm in my new GTI, trying to not break the speed limit.
Beautiful. I'm missing the Jeep.
I'm not missing the Jeep. I'm sorry.
You're not missing the Jeep.
No, I drive on asphalt to and from work all the time. So now I get to get to and from work a lot quicker. And I'm bobbing and weaving through traffic. I mean, 2.0 turbo, man. This shit fucking rips. It's like I'm driving a go-kart to work. Like, wow.
Now, did you guys get any snow today from this nor'easter or no?
We did, and I'm so glad we got a little bit of this snow because I got to leave work at like I left work at 11 o'clock this morning.
How's that car in this shit though?
Oh, it did fine. It did fine.
All right. Because I'd want that fucking Jeep. I'd be like, give me the Jeep.
Hair done up.
Nor'easter coming? Jeep are rolling.
You got to understand, Pepe. I drive 56 miles to work.
Ouch.
56 miles home from work. The Jeep was killing me in fuel.
Yeah, fuel. It's a fuel suck.
That's like 112 miles a day.
Yeah, I was spending a lot of money on gas. So now I have a car that I can fill up once and a half a week.
No, I'm with you 100%.
And the speedometer goes
Buy a
up
Prius.
80 miles per hour. What's that, Pepe? I'm sorry, I was talking to you.
To buy a Prius. Don't all you commies own Priuses? Don't all you tree huggers own Priuses?
You know, I had this motherfucker in a Toyota Prius. Like he was like riding like window to window next to me in the other lane. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you're going down the
Coexist
highway.
sticker.
Asshole,
You
like,
need a Prius with a coexist sticker.
right. I think they have one of those.
Well, they have the
On it.
Obama and the peace sign stickers as well.
Right. Yeah. And then another sticker that says "I love to sleep."
Yeah. Obama, peace now. Fuck you.
Well, so I had one of these guys. They showed up next to me like, "Oh yeah, oh." And so like I had it in cruise control, rolling about 65 miles per hour in cruise control in 6th gear, and this asshole shows up next to me, and like he was just riding next to me, keeping up window to window, and I was getting sick of looking at this asshole. So I just, drop it into 5th, give it a little bit more gas, and right in front of him. No problem. No harm, no foul.
Did he have
then
a beret?
I look back in my rearview mirror, like, maybe like a mile down the road, and he's getting pulled over.
Yeah, I was wondering how you got away and I got pulled over that day, because that was bullshit.
Fucking road pirates.
You're attributing this to your turbo or what?
Well, no, just the fact that, I precision driving, Pepe.
Precision driving. All right, it's my shot at pool. You guys take this conversation somewhere else.
I spun around, I put it in reverse, and drove backwards faster than the Prius.
Beep.
Sorry, guys. I love my new car. I don't know if you guys are aware, but I got a new vehicle, so I'm very thrilled about that. It doesn't break my bank every time I have to go fill up. But so yeah.
I think the only smart one out of this group is Justin, because he's actually eating while he's actually drinking.
I've got a fresh brew of
Pizza.
IPA here. My
Nice.
last one. Yeah, I'm gonna
I've
have to
got some-
switch to wine after this, apparently.
Some coffee stout.
Coffee, stout, and pizza. Ugh.
Now you're talking. There you go. That's so much better than all that fucking pumpkin bullshit.
I don't know. I was sitting here drinking on the Trappist Ralph's Fort 10, and I've got a little bit left, and it was just like,
This is pretty good. The Mother's Winter Grind coffee stout.
And I got one of the routes that I still have from earlier this year. It still tastes excellent.
What's that?
Fuck, guys. I'm missing my rendezvous point here.
How much percentage do you have in him? Do you know?
Him? That fucking guy, 25%, the opposite of what he has in me.
They're laughing at you, Pepe. They're laughing at you, Pepe. Don't take it. Or take it, whatever, Pepe. Well, you know what, guys? I don't know. I'm running out of steam here. I see a lot of muted mics. Nobody has anything they want to talk about anymore? Or?
You guys got big
Well,
Thanksgiving plans?
there's definitely a lot to talk about, but I really don't want to get really political on the show. Hey Garrett, did you see that there's a the Beer and Bullshit show has competition now?
Does it really?
Yeah, on Tuesday nights. On Tuesday nights, they have the Bourbon and Bitches show.
Oh fuck, they got tits.
Who's doing that?
Right, that's the only upscale for that video. I'm like, well, they got tatas. I said, well, when are we gonna get tatas on here?
Hang on, when do they do their show?
On Tuesday nights.
Okay.
Well,
Alright.
now we got another viewer.
Oh, good.
So there's the Bourbon and Bitches show on Tuesday nights, and then there's the Beer and Bullshit show on Wednesday night.
So wait, I mean, are they sticking with like bourbons, or are they getting into beer?
Yeah, they're actually drinking bourbon. Yes.
Oh, we got Jack Daniels. Look at that.
Yeah, I cannot tell a lie. We're drinking a little Jack Daniels here, Garrett. I'm sorry. And I
Yeah,
did
it's 8:30.
myself, so I do stink a little like bourbon.
I will show off again. We got some bourbon in the house.
Hey, Pepe. Once again, you confirm your douchebagginess with flavored bourbon. Then go for it.
Bourbon too.
No, see, I do not
Honey
have flavored bourbon. I got the real bourbon.
Yeah, I know. Who drinks honey bourbon? I never had that before.
Don't make me go get my empty bottle of actual Jack Daniels out of the trash can.
You like that? Sounds good. You like that?
I heard that, yeah. So, because I don't need like some honey bullshit to make it taste better or
I'd
whatever.
like a little honey in my bourbon, please.
Yeah, it all, as well as in your vagina.
Yeah, you know what I prefer? I like the Jack Daniels. I like the Jack Daniels with honey, but I prefer the Jack Daniels with lavender. You know, that's my favorite.
It goes good with your bubble bath, doesn't it, Pepe?
JD, we're from the church of JDL, like Jack Daniels Lavender Day Saints, whatever.
I'm sorry. I guess, guys, I like original Doritos. I like my cheeseburgers plain with cheese. I like my subs, like just meat and cheese, maybe a little bit of lettuce if I'm feeling like a douche that day. I don't know. I don't get into all the flavored bullshit. I don't like it. I want to keep it original.
I like my whiskey clear.
I like my whiskey brown, actually.
You like it aged in charred white American oak barrels as opposed to like, hey, this just came out of the still. Let's drink this before we get busted.
Oh, are you talking about moonshine?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, all distilled spirits come out clear. They all come out clear.
I'm not sure what you're talking
So
about.
it changes the color and ultimately really influences the taste.
Right, because I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it all comes out like you said, clear.
Ethanol.
Yeah, I
And
mean, if you
the
like
barrel
dark
aging actually
bourbon,
ages it and turns it brown.
the fire
That's the charred barrel. That's what the
barrels.
aging of bourbon in charred oak barrels turns it. That's what gives it the color.
Right.
Yeah. So you do like flavor.
He is correct. You do like flavor there.
All right, hang on. I'm sorry, guys.
He's into his game.
Well, this fucking thing won't dock right
I'd like to dock my canoe in Natalie Portman.
Yeah, give me Scarlett Johansson. Jesus.
Guys, I think I'm done here. What do you think? Valuable.
Garrett,
What, Pepe? What?
I think you should go to your other computer, play your video game where there's a greater return on the investment of your time, It was wonderful seeing you. Give my regards and love to your lady. I'm looking forward to, just creeping and stalking you on social media as I do on a regular basis. And it was wonderful to see you, as always.
Well, I'll
Wish
tell
I
you
could
what.
see you in person last week. I'm sure I'll see you in person sometime in the not too distant future.
I'll tell you what. I love all you fucking pumpkin drinking.
I don't drink pumpkin beer. I'm not a douche. Don't put me in that category.
Okay. All right.
I'm a douche. I'm a
I'm a
douche.
douche.
I'm a douche.
Yeah, I'm a douche.
I don't give a shit. I'm a douche.
Right.
But before you sign off, what game are you playing on the other computer?
It's Kerbal Space Program. I would highly suggest anybody that has
What is
any
it?
fucking space whatsoever checks it out.
You
I think
fucking engineer / scientist guys really boggle my mind.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to take a spaceship and this docking port and make it go like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that.
therefore,
We've
he
all-
has no
listen,
entity
We've all
on
done
how
that
to.
countless times.
He
Without
has no entity on how to connect a whole with
Yeah.
a straight cylindrical being. He cannot do this.
The whole thing is you have to bring these two orifices up in relative distance to each other in orbit 100 kilometers away from the planet's orbit. Like 100 kilometers
So
away.
you cannot have sex
Wait a
in
minute.
space.
Garrett, so I understand this correctly. From
Yeah.
the visual you gave us, you're
Right.
trying to fuck a virtual vagina from 100 kilometers away
Yes.
to a computer
Yes.
And
while your girlfriend
the
sleeps.
problem, I
When
mean,
your fiance sleeps, you're trying to fuck a virtual vajayjay with
well,
a space.
just the tip.
All right, goodbye. No wonder you drive 112 miles every day. You fuck.
Only just the tip.
Hey, Chris Bennett, thank you for having me on the show tonight and doing this little pre-Thanksgiving special.
Don't
Yeah,
crash your
No
spaceship.
problem. No problem, Garrett. You're welcome on the Beer and Bullshit show anytime you wish.
I'll tell
Anytime,
you what,
man. We love having you.
December's looking like a good month for me. A lot of time off this month, so I hope to be back on in the coming weeks.
Sweet.
You know, Scott, Justin, good to hang with you guys too.
Yep.
Man, glad to have you with us, man.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna bounce. Believe it or not, I have some space fucking to do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, only just the tip.
Look, I'm gonna take a video of this and show you guys what the fuck I'm talking about. But
Wow, we're just gonna get a video, Chris, of just this tip.
just the tip.
Yeah.
Hey, ease it in slow.
All right, where's Pepe? Pepe, if you can hear me, I love you. Rack them balls. Rack them balls. All right, is he coming back?
Well, any man that plays pool racks in balls into the back hole.
All right, guys. Much love, everybody.
Love you guys, man. You have a good night and happy Thanksgiving, man.
Happy fucking Turkey Day to y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Get the fuck off me, kitty. Ow.
Did anyone else's screen go black?
Yes.
Man, what you doing for Thanksgiving and what you having good for Thanksgiving?
Well, my wife's church is bringing over some food for Thanksgiving dinner, and she's going Black Friday shopping, and I'm staying home, and I'm going to continue my beer drinking festivities.
Very good, my friend, man. I'm gonna do the same shit. I mean, I ain't going nowhere.
because I'm afraid of how much she's gonna spend.
I'm not afraid of how much she would spend. I'm afraid of the damn crowds because I tend to fight them crowds, man. Anytime I get into a big crowd like that, I'm ready. I'm ready.
And you know what, Scott? This is, like I said before, this is the first year I don't have to face Black Friday shoppers, okay? Because I don't fucking work at Walmart. So,
Right.
Walmart, you can.
At Walmart, dude, you can fight some people. I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Pretty
That's
scary
the
folks,
worst
yeah.
crowd that you ever have to deal with, man. I've watched every single Walmart or people of Walmart video that has ever been created, and it's like, dude, seriously, did you take that all at my Walmart? Because it's like every single time you go in there, there's either a fat woman in a cart, a motorized cart that's just moving like 5 miles an hour, and she's got her crack hanging out. It's just like, God, dude, seriously, come on, pull that stuff up.
Yeah, you always find the woman that weighs about 4 bills in the skin-tight yoga pants.
Right. Man, I got my turkey day set, man. After I get done with the turkey, I'm gonna have me one of these Arturo Fuente, Hemingway cigars outside. I'm just gonna chillax with a little bit of bourbon. I'm gonna have me a nice merrymaker. I'm gonna do my Thanksgiving right, man. I'm looking forward to it because I'm gonna veg out. I'm gonna pig out, and I'm just gonna chillax for the rest of the day.
I got lots of booze, lots of food. I'm probably gonna food it up and booze it up and pass out watching some football.
There you go, man. That's the best holiday
There you
ever.
go. Yep.
Best stuff ever, right there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, Chris, thanks for having me on tonight. I'm gonna hit
Yes.
it. Thanks for having me on. I'll see you guys later.
Man, thanks for coming along, man.
Yep. See ya.
Later.
Bye.
Peace. Chris, it looks like it's just you and I.
I'm opening up something real light.
What you got?
It's the Leinenkugel Cranberry Ginger Shandy.
Oh.
It's actually pretty decent.
I don't know. I've just never been a fan of anything that comes from Leinenkugel.
What the fuck was it? The Winter Bite that I was talking about at the beginning of the show is from Leinenkugel, that Cocoa Black Lager. So
Right.
I'm really interested to see what they do. Actually, Leinenkugel isn't bad. I mean, if it's something that is interesting, I know I don't buy their stuff regularly, but
Right.
I rather drink something from Leinenkugel than Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Lite.
Right. I mean, I don't blame you there.
Leinenkugel isn't bad. I mean, if it's
Dude, you joined 2 seconds ago.
Well, I think we found out where the lag's coming from.
Yeah, it's coming from Rob.
Right.
It's like every time the beer gets getting stronger, you start yawning more. I'm like,
So,
Dawn the yawn. There he is. Rip Van Winkle.
uh-oh, Garrett's back.
Yawning again. Yeah.
What's up, G-Man? What's up, G-Man? You come back for seconds?
That was 3.
Seconds.
That was 3 under 10.
I just figured I'd check back in. I can't believe you guys are still on.
I have lines with today. You smoke? Oh, stop.
It's the G-Meister.
Be glad to hear that I successfully put my tip in the other.
Oh, you
Garrett, I thought you were leaving. What are you doing?
I accomplished my goal, Pepe.
Take a piss and smoke?
No, I'm smoking now because I just put my tip in the other space.
Oh, he just delivered the tip, so he's
I
I know this would be such a big deal if you guys understand. If you guys understood what I just did, you would be so glad for me.
You just took a spaceship and fucked another spaceship with it, right?
Right. He just broke his vaginal seal.
In a matter of speaking,
In
orbit. So that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
That's like chasing a woman while you're drunk, right? And she's drunk and making things connect. Is what you're telling me.
Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. If we were, back in high school.
Well, then you just scored.
It's different now because we're in outer space. We got anti-gravity and propulsion and all these things working against us, right?
Pepe, my ship didn't have a condom, so.
So you're gonna make little baby spaceships now.
He did not have his force field up.
That'd be awesome. Oh my God, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, he just didn't have his force field up, so therefore he's screwed.
Say again, Pepe.
You know how much work children are?
Yeah, it's called like $50 billion in like.
You think cats are a responsibility? Get a kid or two, right, Chris?
So I'm glad we went with just the tip.
All right, well, whatever.
Yeah, he didn't blow in her. He blew on her back.
That's right. You guys are all married men, right?
Right.
I'm gonna get married. I'm scared.
Yeah, don't blow in her. Blow on her back.
Okay. Great. Thank you for that advice. Just rub it all over her, except the inside.
Right, man. Just if you can get away with it, enter the dark portal and just blow in there.
Well, no. See, I mean, come on. Isn't it supposed to be like a magical experience or something? Like.
No. It's nothing to what you experienced before.
It's like getting a new video game, whatever. After
right, you beat the video game in like 15 minutes, and it's just like it's over with.
All right.
You're just like, dude, seriously? I thought this was supposed to be something good, and you're just like, oh shit.
Well, I would like to continue my family name. So.
Well, right. I mean, that's the way I was until I found my family name was fake.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's just like. I found out that, the 5th generation of my family initially started the family because he was trapped on a boat outside, 4 miles outside of Virginia. And when the boat got attacked during the Spanish Inquisition, during the French and Indian War, and it was just like, boom, okay, it took 3 days to sink, but he was the only French prisoner on that boat. He swam 4 miles to the shore of Virginia, and he met an Indian Well, during the War of 1812, when he met that Indian, he was like, oh, well, shit, I can't marry you unless I change my name. So he changed his name to White, and it was like, okay, you started the White family. Okay, my name is not originally White because of the fact that you just got married and changed your name, you dumb fuck.
Well, it's kind of a wonderful story, though.
Right. I mean, initially, it's just like, okay, well, I got some family history, and my name is not originally White, but at the same time, the family down in Virginia and Georgia followed this storyline in the lineage very quickly and predominantly, and it's just like they cannot find anything on him or his family in France. So it's just like it stops at where he came over and it began, and he married the Indian, and it's just like, oh, really? So therefore I could be the next ruler of France and you won't tell me?
Well, you're depressing me now, Scott.
That's why I was like, well, damn. Come on, find that shit. I'm gonna be royalty.
Well, you're royalty in my book, there, Scott.
Yeah, James Franco.
All right, I'm here the space babies.
Right. James Franco is making space babies right now.
Good night, guys.
Take care.
Later, bet.
Peace.
Man, see, we make happy people here on the Beer and Bullshit Show.
That's true. That's true. And how many happy people are on the Bourbon and Bitches show?
Right. How many bitches are really happy after having that many beers or that many bourbons on the Bourbon and Bitches show?
And they talk about politics a lot.
No.
We do kind of mix kind of politics kind of in there, but it's not strictly politics. Does that make sense?
Yes, but at the same time, I've had a wonderful, glorious idea.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You and I, being more prominent members of this Beer and Bullshit show, should some way get in contact with the Beer and Bitches show and have a joint video.
Why? What? And say why beer is better than bourbon?
Well, to get their view on their theory that Beer and Bitches is better than Beer and Bullshit.
I don't know, because if I wasn't drinking beer, I'd be drinking bourbon.
Right, but at the same time, we, as beer drinkers, can get more flavor out of the beer than they can bourbon. So what? You got Tatas. We got flavorful beer.
Bourbon aged beer.
He showed up in the morning.
I don't know.
Aha. So therefore, if we can get a joint
Yes,
video,
Pepe.
we're gonna say goodnight. We're gonna finish our pool game. Thanksgiving tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Here. Thanks for inviting me. I'll see you
No
around.
problem.
More than
All right.
welcome,
Thanks,
man.
Pepe. You're welcome anytime, Pepe.
Morning, got a shower, and I haven't walked over and
But that's just my theory, is that, as prominent members of the Beer and Bullshit show, we should welcome hospitality and also, talk about the differences between Beer and Bullshit and Bourbon and Bitches. And just because they are bourbon drinkers, and they got tatas. You know, what derives them to compete with or gain more views than beer and BS show, because of the fact that beer has a wide variety of integral flavors and integral topics that we can bring up, to where bourbon has pretty much a singular flavor. You're going to get similar flavors out of all bourbons that you drink. They only have specific flavors that are added, which are barrel-aged bourbons, bourbons that are charred barrels, rye bourbon barrel-aged, etc., that they can compete with when it comes to the Beer and Bullshit Show, where we, as the Beer and Bullshit Show, can say, oh, okay, well, we got a rye barrel-aged beer, or we got a Clown Shoes beer that was released last year, or later in the year, that was a tequila-aged bourbon barrel-aged, or tequila barrel-aged beer. We got so many barrel-aged beers that are out there that we can compete with them and say, okay, well, can you get this flavor out of it? Can you get this flavor out of it? Just because you got more viewers because you are female, and you let your voluptuousness out there, that does not give you the right or the more viewers per se to catch, because of the fact that the Beer and Bullshit Show it's greatly better, in my opinion.
You can say that. I mean, it's they're just beginning, and we've been around for a little bit, so.
Right. I mean, overall, you got a Tata holder right there on your wall.
Actually, it's not, but that's okay.
I mean, that's what I'm like. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, look, he's representing Madonna right there on his wall.
Actually, that's not. But
well, I'm trying. I'm reaching here. Okay. I'm like, well, at least, I mean, there you go. Beer and Bullshit Show involves the misses, so we get our significant others to be involved. I mean, mine won't be any help because she don't like nothing that has to do with beer, because she thinks that just beer is just beer.
Not all beer is created equally.
Right, that's what I keep trying to tell her. She tries to taste the beer that I drink, and she's just like, well, I just get chocolate and beer. I'm like, well, at least you get the chocolate out of it.
True.
I mean, there's some times where I'm like, okay, try this. And it might be a wit beer. And she likes wit beers because of the fact that they're light and they're easy drinking, and she's like, oh, well, this tastes good because it's light and it's easy drinking.
Right.
I mean, that's where I think when you try to get people that aren't even into beer, and I'm like, well, it's just like start them off with light, easy drinking wit beers. Even throughout the holidays, say, okay, well, try this one. This one's a wheat beer, and it has spices in it. It may have cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, especially throughout the holidays. That's just usually the prominent spice category that you can involve, new drinkers into.
Right.
But it's kind of hard to get somebody into summer beers because they're more hoppy, they're more light and grassy, they're more full of. It might be easier during the spring because of the fact that they're all like wit beers, they're all wheat, they're all, they're not so bitter. So I throw it out there that you might be able to get somebody that isn't into beer at the beginning of the season and work their curiosity per se into beer throughout the year and transition them into the seasonals.
He actually likes is the my wife. The only beers that she actually likes is the some of the pumpkin beers. I mean,
Mine likes Sam Adams white ales.
Okay.
So she likes the White Christmas. She likes the last year they released Cold Snap. She seemed to like Cold Snap. She
Okay.
likes Kolsch beers, any kind of Kolsch style beers, because we had one from Kolsch, Cologne, Germany, called the Sunny. We had that one, and she really enjoyed that one. She said that one was pretty good.
But my wife likes mostly ciders.
Yeah, mine too. Last time I was up at a beer tasting in Kent, she was like, I seen that they had what was it? The hard cider from the Boston Beer Company. Oh, I don't drink that stuff very often. I may have a bottle or two down there. Angry Orchard. She had the Angry Orchard hard cider, and she liked that one. I'm like,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
my wife liked the Angry Orchard. She liked the Strongbow. She liked the Cider Boy.
Yeah.
There was one from a local. Well, I wouldn't say local, but they're within 150 miles from here. They're called Crown Valley Brewing out
Okay.
of Missouri, and they had a delicious strawberry cider.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that's like one of my reviews that I did was off of the Sam Adams strawberry lager. It was more along the lines of a low end, very low end lager. I kind of derived the lager as, it smelled more strawberry than it did in flavor. And when I said that and I posted it, it shocked me because of the fact that the creator of the beer himself got back to me and said the second batch or the next batch that he had made, he was going to add more strawberry flavor to it. But, me, myself, and it was just like, okay, cool. I'm thrilled to death that you're going to sit there and watch my review of this beer and take my example of this beer, but as a reviewer, I did not get to taste any other examples of the beer because of the fact that I'm like, hey, if you're going to ante up on the flavor of the strawberry, in the beer. Okay, I get that. But hey, let me get a sample of it. Maybe get a half a bottle or a bottle of